Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try to left side. Swift. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We own it.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
San Francisco.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now he's flushed out right. He'll run it. A good pickup there at 22.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. On 2nd down, Swift. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 3rd down, Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. Swift. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Ready? Now the rule. 50 runs the ball. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60 orange. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. What happened?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing The multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 50. Check 50.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Henry. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. He's coming. We got double up.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Too little,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Henry. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Henry into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Davis running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready, set. 59 mark. Check, 59. I got one. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Watch twins. Ready, go.
Off play action. Henry. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down now, it's Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Sponge.
From the gun, Henry. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, lucky. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Go.
On 1st down, Swift. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
35. Lions nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Now. Let's go. Dead set. Hey, 1 set.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He's got the first down here inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Henry. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go, squeeze. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Come on. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check 3. Yo.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the slant. Alpha. Mike part 9. Coming to you.
Back to throw. Henry. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Jackson now, forced out to his left. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. That's it. Hey, we got a seal. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. You don't want it. Show it up.
To throw again. Jackson, flush to his right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. He's Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd and 2, Henry. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Mike 9. Ricky. Kill. Check the backer. Shoot.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
We gotta seal. Check Mike. Mike 9. Let's get the ball. Switch. Hey, switch.
From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
You go tight. You got tight right there. H3.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I smell fear in that offense.
2nd and 11. Screenplay, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 8, read. You mine.
Throwing again. Henry. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on third down. Henry. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Niners 59, Lions 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Davis. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Henry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Sad hut, 50, plant, 59. Squish, double. Right there. Come. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun, Henry. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Henry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Charlie.
To throw again, Henry. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
1st down, 49ers.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got a seal.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Jackson, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
73. Lions 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
90. Wolf. Check. 59. Hey,
on 3rd down, Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line.
It got his man complete.
That's it, baby. You got one.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Yeah, I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated.